Hey everybody, MetaDoctor here, bringing you my Cosmic deck profile. It's one of my favorite decks to play. Let's get into it. I like to run 42 cards in Cosmic. Some of these cards you can change in or out. This is just what I like to play with right now. So to start off, right off the bat, I like a 7 Cosmic Aura with 2 Prisms. I don't run any non-cosmic or non-neutral cards in this deck that require a Prism Aura. This is purely in case you want to bring something in from your archive. Right, so 9 Aura, 42 cards. That's a decent ratio. You might want to go up to 10, but this is what I like to play with right now. 5 Jellyfish. Now, Jellyfish is one of the keys to the deck, in my opinion. You know, you've got this contraction effect that is fantastic. If this is the second beastie you've contracted this turn, you generate 2 Cosmic Aura. I mean, the combos that you can pull off with that is amazing. You can aura ramp with that, which is why I think you can get away with only having the non-Cosmic Aura. Now, Crawfordville Monster is something that I'm trying out right now. It's got flight. It also allows you to look at your opponent's hand. And knowledge is power, right? So if we know what our opponent has in their hand, then that means then we can effectively play our cards in a better way, right? So if you know that they've got a Lightning in a Bottle or they've got a New Year's New Beginnings, then you don't want to pick up things to have in your hand to hold. You want to play those cards. Any type of advantage that we can generate, we want to do that. Dark Watchers is another card that I like, particularly with Cosmic, because it allows you to look at the top parts of your deck and also generate more Cosmic Aura. So you look at the top cards, and if it's a Terra or an Aura page, then you can go ahead and bring those in to your chapter. It's also a Spirit. It plays well with the other cards I have down below. We're just going to go over the beasties, and I'll kind of explain how I like to play it. El Verde, of course. You got to play El Verde and Flatwoods. To get that El Verde and Flatwoods loop and lock them out of whatever interaction that you want to lock them out of is key to this deck. It's more like a combo control deck. I said tech deck. It's not a tech deck. A deck combo control deck. You've got El Verde, allows you to pick certain things back up, and then you can play Flatwoods, which allows you to shut down a particular page type. So you can name a beastie, a spell, a potion, whatever you want to name, as long as it's a page type, and then no one can play that until the start of your next turn. So it essentially locks out your opponent from playing that type of card. I love Flatwoods Monster, specifically from the UFO set. Now, there is another Flatwoods Monster that came out in Cryptid Nation, which in my opinion is not as good, doesn't really flow with the deck that I've built for Cosmic. Fresno Nightcrawlers, we like to call these hot pants. These guys are one of the best Cosmic beasties. They have fleet, they have spirit, they hit for 50. If you're running a Cosmic deck that has other cards in it that are not Cosmic, Fresno Nightcrawlers are amazing. So you can reveal any number of non-Cosmic cards you have in your chapter, and you can put those back into your spellbook, and then you can bookmark equal number of pages from the top of your spellbook. So that's a huge thing to do if you're running a different type of Cosmic spellbook, which I encourage, right? I encourage everyone to try to build their own type of build to play into their playstyle, which brings me to Lizard People. Lizard People is awesome. I think Lizard People allows you to get whatever you want out of this deck. I can go get a Reptoid Ruler. I can go get El Verde. I can go get a Fresno Nightcrawler. I cannot go get an Atmospheric Jellyfish. It is not a beastie alien, which is what a Lizard People allows you to go get, which is why I like running 5. So I have 5 of those. I can go get the card that I need for the situation that I am in. Win condition, in addition to the Flatwoods loop, Reptoid Ruler. So if I span the field, I get Reptoid Ruler out there, and then it allows me to give Tribal Boost to all the beastie aliens. So they just get big and beefy, right, until the end of the turn. Big and beefy, it's 4 drops, it's got Stone Skin, it's got Fleet, so you can use it right away. It's got a 40-point bonus for the Stars Terra, which plays into kind of the cards that I've got down below. You'll see. Dimension in a Bottle, we'll just go ahead and talk about it. Dimension in a Bottle, it's a new card from Cosmic I was kind of on the fence about it, but let me tell you why I've decided to put it in. So one, you get stars and you get shooting star. Terra bonus is active by this page. That's most of your cards. Fantastic. At the end of your turn, the caster may raise, which means he doesn't have to, may raise both hands and say, all hail the great beyond. If they don't, they lose 50 life points. Now, in the beginning when I read this card, I was like, okay, but if you get used to saying that, what this does to your opponent, it increases their cognitive load. Now, what do I mean by cognitive load? I mean the amount of thinking that they have to do per turn. Anything that you can do while playing against an opponent to increase their cognitive load plays into your advantage as long as you're used to it, right? So if you're playing Dimension in a Bottle, get used to playing Dimension in a Bottle. That way, when you pass turn, you say, all hail the great beyond, and you don't lose 50 life points. They're probably not going to be used to that. And so increasing the amount of thinking that they have to do increases the chances that they will misplay or they will forget a certain interaction that they need to win or anything like that. So that's why I've stuck to Dimension in a Bottle. I have it at 2. You can change the numbers however you see fit. Another card that I like that I have not seen a lot of people run is Supernatural Black Hole. I'm a huge comeback guy. Supernatural Black Hole is the comeback card for Cosmic, right? You're never down too much with Supernatural Black Hole. It's your board wipe. I think you have to run it. Now, Transfiguration is something that you don't have to run. You could switch this out, take it out. You can run 41 cards, whatever you want to do. I like Transfiguration because it allows me to take care of a problem beastie. As long as they don't have something like magic proof, then you get it out of the way. So Kets, Chessie, the big cards like that, you get Transfiguration out, turn them into a sheep, and you destroy them, which plays well with Cosmic because you're going to be getting lots of beasties out there. And now, 4 cards that are staples in every single deck. I think some iteration of these cards should be in every single deck, unless you're about to go to water tower, then you have to make some decisions on whether or not these cards need to be in your deck. Now, Bookmark, it's a one drop, you get to draw 2. It's draw power. It's amazing. Do it. New Beginnings. I like New Beginnings in this deck because my 2 win conditions are only 1 card apiece. I go search those out, so most of the time I can, get those in my hand when I need them. However, I don't like having to send things to the afterlife with New Year's, New Beginnings. If that fits into your playstyle, then do that. I like New Beginnings right now. I go back and forth. We'll see. Power Up Red, automatic game changer. It's awesome. It's amazing. You get 100. You get 100. Fantastic. We already talked about Dimension in a Bottle. Black Hole Shard, I'm a big fan of artifacts, or artifacts as we like to call them. Generate 2 for 0. It's great. Now, if you run into somebody who's using a different type of setup and they're countering your artifacts, then you can switch those out for Cosmic Aura. I think that's totally fine. And then Laser Beam Upgrade. I only run 2 of these, and there's a reason. I only use these with my Spirit Beasties. So let's look at Laser Beam Gun Upgrade real quick here. Equip this artifact to target beastie. Equip beastie gains the text. You may fatigue this beastie. If you do, target beastie or caster loses 30. So I use that on Fresno, and I use that more so on Dark Watchers. So this allows me to not have to attack and reduce those life points for a caster or a beastie. Like Kets, for example. I don't want to attack Kets because they have first strike and they will kill me. So I throw down a Laser Beam Upgrade, and that way I can fatigue it and just reduce those life points instead of having to attack. Works well with things that have first strike or very large beasties, a power-up redded beastie, things like that. I save that for my spirits because you can't attack a spirit, right? It can't see it, quote unquote. And so that's why. So that's kind of my main deck. This is what I really enjoy playing at the moment. I love Cosmic. It was the first deck that I ever created. It's gone through many different iterations. I've got some cards down at the bottom that I'd like to talk about as well. This is not really my archive. These are just cards that I've, kind of come in and out of the deck. I've tested. You got an additional Transfiguration down there. You've got an Abduction. I like the art of this card. I like what it does. You abduct the beastie and you put it on a Terra, and it's just fun to play with. I like it. Air Rods has some good synergy with certain cards. So like reveal the top page of your spellbook. If the revealed page is a Cosmic Beastie, awaken a Cosmic Beastie in the arena and bookmark one and place this page at the bottom of your spellbook. Blah 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 blah. Right. So if you have Dark Watchers out there, you know the order of things. Right? So you've looked at the top 3, you've put them back in any order, then you can use this power to awaken another one, bookmark one. It's got good synergy. Now, it's flight. You can run 10 of them. It was a good card. I don't have room for it in the deck that I'm playing right now. Black Knight Satellite, my favorite artwork on any Cosmic card. It's just wonderful, right? It can attack a burrowed beastie, so I sometimes leave this in my archive just to deal with those types of beasties. It's huge, it's a 6, it's flight, it's magic proof. It gets a ton of bonuses from everything. It might be something where the Cosmic Tower comes up if those bonuses continue to be tripled throughout the year. Then I think this card could work its way in, but we'll see. Kinderhook Blob, another one of my favorite beasties. Look how cute that little guy is. He's just a cute little guy. This guy is a pasty menace, as you can tell from his attack. He gets ginormous with power up red because X is the page's current LP. Okay? So if you put a power up red on this guy, his LP is 135. We're not going to look at the bonuses on the left. 135, which means the additional attack goes on to that 135. So you're hitting for 235 base if you power up red this guy. Ginormous. Now there's no inherent protection with Kinderhook Blob. He's just a big, beefy beater, right? Big menace. Love this guy. I love the pin, the pin of him. He's cool. Men in Black, also just another cool card. It's almost like an anti-cosmic card. You get a double flash. You can do 50 additional damage if the attack is a beastie alien or if it's a caster. Fantastic artwork, right? Poncho does fantastic things. And then just some other cards, Absorb Aura, Chaos Crystal if you're bringing other types in, or if you want to really aura ramp, that sort of thing. Here's some test hands. So let's go over what I would do right here. I would 100% keep this in my chapter. I would, lay down your Cosmic Aura, lay down your Black Hole Shard, pass turn, bring it back. At this point, I would put down another Cosmic Aura. I've got 4, right? I would put Dimension in a Bottle down. I would use 2 to play Lizard People. Now I've got 2 Lizard Peoples in my hand. So I can play 2 and I can go get another Beastie Alien. Now if it was time to do a lockout, then you've got Flatwoods Monster in there. If they've really done a heck of a job on turn 1 and have some weird stuff out there, then do that. I would probably in this situation go get a Fresno Nightcrawler. It gives me Spirit, gives me a quick 50 that I can do, and then I have that Lizard People next turn that I can go get whatever else I want. So that's kind of a good little test hand right there. I'm glad that we were able to do that. I hope you guys like it. Try it out. TTS is fantastic. Tabletop Simulator, I recommend doing that and all of that stuff. But thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. Hopefully we can do it some more. Still trying to get some things feathered out here in the studio, and be looking out. The new episode should be coming out soon. It's already available where podcasts are, and I just on YouTube have to do some editing and put some stuff in. So give us a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time.